Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, bringing you the latest trending topic news and entertainment. Before we get into tonight's show, y'all, make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always just getting it right with just entertainment. And we are the Brunch Fellas. Peace, family.
Peace, family.
How you feeling?
Very hot.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Feeling good. Feeling great.
Under my belt. Feeling good.
What'd you
feeling
say?
Great.
What'd you say? What's in it? What's it?
Oh, nothing. I'm just holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane.
Holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane. For sure. Let's
get
get to it. I mean, what you got? What you got? Just entertainment.
Well, got some very hot topics this week. Out of the topics that could be talked about, obviously we left last week with some hot topics as well. And so just to kick off the show, want to start with President Trump. Apparently he's throwing some shade, or at least making some adverse comments about Taylor Swift during a Philadelphia Eagles White House visit. And if Pearl, you were bringing this up, we can give all the viewers a little taste of what we're referring to.
For sure.
Eagles punched their ticket to a Super Bowl rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs. I was there. I watched in person. I was there along with Taylor Swift. How did that work out? How did that one work out?
On another day, another drama.
President Trump bringing the drama, seemingly dissing Taylor Swift.
I was not a Taylor Swift fan.
POTUS referencing Tay during the Philadelphia Eagles visit to the White House in celebration of their Super Bowl 59 victory and defeat of Travis Kelce's Chiefs.
I was there along with Taylor Swift. How did that work out? How did that one work out?
Yeah, that I don't care.
Trump did come after the singer ahead of Super Bowl Sunday, writing on Truth Social, "I hate Taylor Swift."
Just entertainment. Do you know why he hate her?
I have no idea, man.
Do you know what the beef is?
I have no idea. I don't get it.
Maybe they tell us. Maybe they tell us.
Taylor, shaking off the hate, spotted looking unbothered at the big game.
But you know what? Donald Trump likes my music 25% less.
The singer's Miss Americana documentary tackling Trump versus Taylor after she showed support for Joe Biden in the 2020 election. Fast forward 4 years, Taylor doubled down, this time backing Kamala Harris.
There are many musicians and other stars who would love to help Kamala Harris get elected, but I think Taylor Swift she's on a different level. She's on a level of her own.
How did that work out? How did that one work out?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know why he hates her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I do. We know why, because she supported Biden and Kamala.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that explains it. I think that's the reason why. We
don't even have to go dig any deeper. You don't like her because she supported the other side.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Obviously, that part with him. He's funny, man. He is funny. Just the way he was saying that was funny.
Yeah, that was
pretty.
Yeah, I guess I thought it was something like real serious, but it's not.
I thought it was more to it, but it ain't. At the end, they break it down. This comes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She voted for Sleepy Joe, and Kumala.
That's so that's why he don't like her. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Other than
something,
that,
that's something he'll get over. He'll get over that. I mean, Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. Commander in Chief is Commander in Chief.
nothing Yeah, nothing spectacular. It was just, I thought it was funny. It was funny to me, just his dialogue. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but yeah, I did watch that before, so it sounds like I wasn't prepared, but I do remember now at the end after this.
You
I do
already
remember at the end the Biden and the Kamala, so that does make sense.
Okay.
But moving on a lighter note, and some good news for one of my favorite rap groups, Pearl, when you get a chance, if you could bring up this clip. Apparently, Savannah native Big Boy is being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Outkast, one of my favorite groups. Been following Big Boy. Actually ran into him at the airport in Cleveland once. Tried to get his autograph, but he was in a rush to go to a festival called the Blossom Festival up here, where a lot of artists attend. But yeah, I ran into him, but didn't get a chance to get a picture with him. So,
Man.
But they usually say if you don't get an autograph or a picture with him, that don't mean shit. So, hey, if you would, let's play this clip, man. See what the good news is about.
Yeah, shout out to College Park, East Point.
Yeah. Decatur.
West Side, Mechanicsville, Southwest, the SWATs, Candler Road.
Now, several musical artists from our area preparing to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Outkast set to be honored. The iconic Atlanta-based hip-hop duo includes Andre 3000 and Savannah native Big Boy, who attended Jenkins High School. He received the key to the city back in 2022. And how about Ernest Evans, also known as Chubby Checker? He's going to be inducted. He was born and raised up in Spring Gully, South Carolina. He's credited with, of course, a whole dance concept. You may remember his 1960s hit, The Twist. Well, other inductees this year include Cyndi Lauper, Salt and Pepper, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes. And the 2025 induction ceremony, it is happening November 8th out in Los Angeles.
Yeah, don't miss that. But we got
cool.
Cyndi Lauper, Salt and Pepper, Soundgarden, and the White Strips. I don't know any of their songs.
I know who Soundgarden is. I know at least one of their songs, but the White Stripes, never heard of it.
Okay.
And
Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yep. And Salt and Pepper, obviously, we know who they are too.
Yeah, it's good to see Salt and Pepper and Outkast, man. Shout out to Outkast, man. Where else? Where else we was at out there? Old Nat, Glenwood, Candler Road. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Went to that maze for a little bit and graduated from that Doug on that west side.
Well, obviously, you do have some relatives that live out that way, so you got a little bit more knowledge on the area than I do.
I graduated from high school in the A.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta for about four years, about four years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got family down there, man. We was all over the place too when we came down there. Peyton Place and the SWATs. Damn.
Yeah, I told you my homie Lawrenceville. He lives in Lawrenceville, you know.
ADV, Adamsville. Man, been all through there. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I've been all through the SWATs, all through the west side, all through the east side too. Yeah. Shout out to Atlanta, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Big Boy and Dre too. Or is it the group? They said the group, or it's just
That
the
sounded like it was to me it did sound like that. And you know what? Let me do some fact checking just to make sure.
They said a local group. That's what he said. They said a local group. Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
It
they should have.
says, yeah, there's both of them. They're gonna both be inducted. Yep, Andre 3000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep,
They should
both of them getting inducted.
They should have put the mob in there, Goody Mob in there too.
Yeah, man, the Goody Mob. Yeah, all of that, man. The Dungeon family.
Yeah, the whole dungeon. They just put the Dungeon family in there and just had a like
The whole,
Wu-Tang.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Put the whole, yeah, man. Put them all up in there. I mean, I'm
put
sure.
everybody
You think
in there.
CeeLo will get up in there, man? I mean, he's
He should
part of Goody
eventually.
Mob.
Yeah, he should eventually. I don't know.
I think CeeLo could get in there by himself, minus Goody Mob.
Well, I think that's why he would get in there. I don't think that the group, the Goody Mob as a group in the community is bigger than Outkast. Okay.
Right.
But I mean, just because their songs are different, their songs weren't as pop,
Right.
and they used a lot of the slang that was, that was native. So it's a little bit different. Not saying that Big Boy and Dre ain't do that, but they had a mass appeal. They had a really big mass appeal. You kind of had to like that. You kind of had to be in the groove to get with Goody Mob. You had to understand their language, what they was talking about too. You had to know what they were saying.
Talking about this makes me want to listen to Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky music.
Man, that whole first album, classic.
It is the whole thing.
Yeah, that whole first album was a classic.
Man, they produced that in the dungeon, which was a basement in the hood.
I think that's what they said.
I watched Hip Hop Evolution. It showed that whole that very, very good series on Netflix, Hip Hop Evolution. It showed just their whole how they recorded that album, where it was at, everything. It had footage on it. It was tight.
Yeah, man. Outkast, man, but I like
one of my favorite groups.
Yeah, when you talk about one of the best hip hop groups, top 5, you can't even. You can't make a top 5 list of best groups. I mean, well, maybe you can. I don't know, because people have their errors and they like what they like. But I mean, if you're gonna give it up, you're gonna make sure
Outkast would be in my top 5 along with Bone Thugs. I'm a Bone Thugs fan to the end.
I wouldn't have Bone in the top 5. I'm having them in the top 10. Rap groups.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because you're pulling from or what?
I'm pulling from all generations. I'm got Run DMC right up there at number 1.
Okay.
Then I probably put the Ghetto Boys number 2.
Right.
Then I probably have NWA number 3.
What about West Side Connection?
Well, I gave Ice Cube his props, because that was a more authentic group. And when you look at, not saying that West Side, Dub C, and Mac 1L wasn't an authentic group, but it wasn't like they set a standard and then they had to wave, and that was and it was. I
know you're gonna throw Public Enemy in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Public Enemy in there, and then I had Outkast in there. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, man. A Tribe Called Quest with Q-Tip in them. You know what I mean?
And that's on the 10. That's in the 10.
Yeah. Freaking Mobb Deep. Prodigy, and
I don't have them in my top 10.
Yeah, I'm not either. They ain't in there. I don't know. You probably wouldn't even throw Dipset in there.
Nope, I don't have Dipset in my top 10 either.
I'm just messing with you.
Nah, Dipset was doing their thing though. Shout out to all them cats, man.
What about the Rough Riders?
My cousin.
Yeah, what about the Rough Riders?
You talking about Jadakiss and the Locks? You talking about the Locks? They in that top 10.
The Locks? Oh yeah.
The Styles P, Jadakiss, the Chic Luke, absolutely in that top 10. you know, I just don't put them
What
before
about
like,
Wu-Tang? Where's Wu-Tang at?
well, Wu-Tang was a whole, you know, I wouldn't call them a group, you know. I don't know. I wouldn't even
I
call
mean,
them a
yeah,
group.
man, they had everybody. I mean, in the late 96, 97, that's when Ghostface Killer started doing solo, and then
True.
Raekwon,
I mean, but
and
like,
then
were they a
Method.
group though? Were they really a group, or was it just
There
so
was a
many
group, man.
MCs that they just, you know, everybody
Right.
gripped the mic, and then everybody was so talented that they wouldn't just did their own projects, you know?
Yeah, but what about, let's give example, like you know, Bone Thugs had Bone Thugs, and then they came out with the Mo Thugs. Hey, they came out with Mo Thugs.
But like their projects, their independent not independent, their individual projects weren't
Right.
as big as like
Bone.
if you like a Bone, or like you say maybe a Jada Kiss on his solo,
Oh yeah, solo.
you know,
Yeah,
or Scarface
yeah,
on his solo career, or
correct.
Ice Cube on his
My
solo
favorite
career,
album, The
you
Untouchables.
know.
But what about who else am I thinking of? No, I mean, I'm trying to think of who else was another group that was I don't know, man. Yeah, you
Rap group.
remember Def Squad with Keith Murray,
I
Eric
mean,
Sermon,
I
and
mean, I might put 3-6 Mafia somewhere in my top
oh, I
10.
know. Yeah, that's right.
You know, I
Yeah,
might have 3-6 in there.
hey, I'm DJ Paul, Project Pat, and you know, Juicy J fan, all
Yeah,
three.
you know, so I
Yeah,
might have
they
them in there too,
what
you
about
know.
UGK? UGK with the Bun B and
Yeah,
the Pimp C.
Pimpin' Bun, yeah, always Pimpin' Bun, man. Like, rest in peace to Pimp C. Shout out to
Yeah.
Bun. Bun got burgers too. That Trill
Yeah,
burger.
Trill
I
Burger.
don't know if he doing anything with Dr. Smash and them Smash burgers though, but
I don't know either,
we
man.
love to see you winning. We love to see
I
you winning,
appreciate
man.
it, man. So far so good with the Smalley Smash Burger. So
Yes, indeed.
Dr. Smash. I'm gonna get a shirt on the back that says Dr. Hey, you calling me Dr. Smash, and my dad's calling me Smash Daddy.
Smash Daddy.
I like Dr. Smash sound like some Marvel character, dude.
Hey, you in the
You know what
lab
it is?
creating
Hey,
a
it reminds me of
masterpiece.
Doctor Strange. That's what it reminds me of.
Dr.
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Dr. Strange.
He said Dr. Smash. I like it, dude.
Dr. Smash, man.
Hey, I
Yeah.
need to get a ball cap with that on it.
But shout out to Outkast though, man. We love to see that, you know, artists getting their just dudes, getting their flowers while they alive. You know, do they already have a star on that's probably coming next. A little star
You
on
think?
Hollywood.
I don't know. Outkast. Let's see here. Star. Let's look and see here. Red. Let's see now.
Because they deserve it, man. Like,
Hey, they're one of my favorite. Yeah, they in my top 5. Period. I grew up with them. What in the tarnations is going on? Let's see here. What we got going on here? Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't look like
no star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yet. I'm sure it's coming. I mean, they didn't already did it. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, you know, I mean, that's for life. You know, they'll preserve that. So I mean, that'll be here 300, 400, 500 years from now when we long gone. You know, so the fact that they in there.
Yeah. At some point, I would assume that they would be getting you know, them flowers on the Hollywood Walk of you know what I'm saying? The Hollywood Walk at some point.
That meaning hey, if Outkast is in the Hall of Fame, that meaning in 300-400 years, you can still get that ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Yeah, ain't no thing. That's AT aliens.
Yeah, you can still get ain't no thing but a chicken wing, man. So
Hey, East Point. It's the joint. I like it. You're
yeah,
gonna make me bump some Outkast now, man. I'm gonna be bumping
man,
that son.
do it.
I am. I'm gonna be bumping it, man. Hey, that album goes hard. Still today, you know.
Yeah,
Still
classic.
today. Classica.
Classical.
Well, moving right along. Another, you know, we can't, for some reason, we can never get away from Kim K, Kanye, Donald Trump, and whoever else I could think of. We have like some rotating, you know, celebrities that seem to make the list because they're always in the limelight. But if you would, Pearl, key up this video. We have a video with some information about Kim Kardashian's robbery episode in Dubai. I guess they're actually they have the suspect taking the stand in a trial about the robbery. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. Not Dubai. It was in Paris where
Yeah,
somebody tried to yank some jewelries and things of that nature.
they was in Paris going gorillas. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I know Daz Dillinger, you know, has a song, you know, Gorilla.
But
Going gorilla.
but it sounds provocative. No, I'm talking about the Jay-Z and Kanye.
The
The ninjas in Paris. You want to run
yeah,
this?
man.
You want me to run this tape?
Yeah, let's run the tape on it.
All right.
There's some emotional parts in here, I think, with Kim, you know, doing her dramatization.
It wouldn't be Kim. It wouldn't be Kim without the drama.
Put a little bit extra stank on this interview.
You thought you were going to die.
I did. I was just like crying and like, tell them I have babies. And then duct tape my mouth and my eyes.
Bound, gagged, and robbed at gunpoint? That's the nightmare Kim is expected to relive on the stand in just 14 days.
I think she's going to be an incredibly compelling witness.
We're breaking down the $10 million heist trial with two experts, Vanity Fair staff writer Dan Adler and Jesse Weber from Law and Crime.
It will be interesting what her testimony will reveal about these individual defendants. Can she say anything that will directly implicate them specifically?
What happens when she comes to the court to testify? What is that scene going to be like?
There just aren't enough seats to accommodate all the people who want to be there and cover the trial. And
Hold up, Just Entertainment. Let me ask you something. Was these old cats right here the people who is that one of the defendants? Is that one of the criminals?
I don't think so. Shit.
Why did they show this? Let's see something.
What her testimony will reveal about these individual defendants.
So they showed that guy with the cane, and then they showing this guy right here too.
Like, what the hell is that? Right? What the hell is that?
Wasn't Kanye with her?
I don't know. I don't think so, bro.
She was by herself?
Yeah. I don't think he was with her, man. I don't know. He might have. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been on part of her show too. I don't know. I don't keep up with the Kardashians, even though that's the title of the show. But
right, me neither.
keep up with the Kardashians. I sure as hell don't keep up with them unless I find some juicy, news or details on,
like this, right? Like this. We catching up with the Kardashians. We not keeping up with
I'm not keeping up. Yeah, I mean,
let's go ahead and run it though.
Can she say anything that will directly implicate them specifically?
What happens when she comes to the court to testify? What is that scene going to be like?
there just aren't enough seats to accommodate all the people who want to be there and cover the trial and see the trial. I assume that will ratchet up even more when Kim is scheduled to testify.
On the stand today, one of these so-called grandpa robbers told the court, quote, "I regret it, not because I got caught, but because there was a trauma."
I just prayed that Courtney is going to have a normal life after she sees my dead body on the bed.
The defendant, who says he was the lookout in the lobby, actually wrote a French tell-all, "I kidnapped Kim Kardashian," confessing to his role.
There's been a battle to sort of to seize the copyright from the book. And then as far as the jewels themselves, some of them were never recovered. They were reportedly sold in Belgium and never returned to Kim Kardashian.
Why has it taken 9 years for this case to come to court?
First of all, you're dealing with older defendants, but even put that to the side.
Bro,
Okay,
those
here we go.
are the guys.
What the hell they doing robbing Kim?
Like, why? Like, they had nothing else better to do.
I know, man. Come on, bro. Right?
Man, I just want to say something real quick, bro.
Some old dudes, some old men, man.
Man, let me tell you something. You do not want to. It kicked me off the screen. You do not want to be 90 years. How on it? 70 something years old. If you 70 something years old and you gotta be robbing something, man, like, man, you made a lot of bad choices when you were young.
Or you just don't give a fuck, don't give a damn. Can you believe that? Hey, man, they ain't even got them son of bitches in no damn handcuffs.
That should have had you going to prison.
You was in. Hey, they ain't even handcuffed up, man.
I mean, because clearly they are innocent until proven guilty, even though Buddy wrote a tell-all. And I mean, do it look like he gonna do something to somebody? I mean,
hell no.
You know, I mean, shit. If I'm going on a long walk, I'm taking one of them with me right there. I'm gonna need that. And I'm nowhere near this guy's age, so I know damn well.
Somebody needs to tell us who put these motherfuckers up to the shit. Who put them up to it?
Man, they probably
don't sound right.
They sell family. You think this was a setup?
Somebody put them up to it for publicity, something, dog.
For publicity.
I don't know. I don't know, for media coverage. I don't freaking know. Something to keep these bitches in the limelight. Something to keep people intrigued and interested. Because hey, I'd like to know at that time, was a show airing? Because if it wasn't airing, then maybe this was some footage or some type of media that they could put out. I'm not getting it. Do you mean to tell me this old dude is fucking with Kimberly? I mean, come on, bruh.
All three of them.
I don't know. I mean, it looks fishy. Who coerced them to do it? It don't seem like, let's go steal shit from Kim Kardashian or kidnap her.
9 years ago, this guy might have been in shape.
I don't know. Shit, he sure as hell look like. I don't know. Shit, motherfucker went through chemo and he ain't got no hair. Shit.
I know I was in better shape 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I ain't need a cane. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. This is batshit crazy.
First of all, you're dealing with older defendants, but even put that to the side. There was the COVID lockdowns. It seems that the French court system was wrapped up with other cases, including the 2015 Paris attacks. And let's not forget, 2024 Paris Olympics. There was a concern that bringing such a high-profile trial at that time might have had an impact on tourism.
Might have. Yeah, they might have. I don't ever like none of that almost. You almost never fucking happened. Never. Almost never happens. If it almost happened, it didn't happen.
Hey,
It almost
100%,
did.
100% of the time. Hey,
Didn't happen.
it's like
So
that. Hey, it's like the freaking Anchorman with that dude, that the one newscaster. He has this freaking cologne called Sex Panther, and freaking Will Ferrell's like, this shit smells like freaking fuel or some shit. And he said it's like flares up the nostrils or some shit. And he goes, you know what? This shit works 100% of the time, 60% of the time.
60% of the time.
It
Right?
works 100% of the time, 60% of the time.
You know, you got some good
Sex
odds.
Panther, man.
60-40.
Hey, it works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Oh man. I need some good laughs right now.
In the comments.
You said what?
We got some trolls in the comments. Free Diddy.
Free Diddy. Oh shit.
R. Kelly
R.
too.
Kelly too.
Hey.
Oh man. I don't know about that one, man. Hey, unfortunately, those two guys are not Michael Jackson.
I don't know. I mean, they innocent into.
I don't know how many times they tried to take Michael.
Guilty, so he just gotta finish doing his time, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Puff.
Who? With Robert?
Yeah, with Robert Kelly.
I'm fucking with you,
man.
Robert K.
R. Kelly jam. You know.
I know, man. They can't take that away from him, man.
Like.
I just feel bad for R. Kelly. Like I said, if Lifetime gets a hold of you, you done. If Lifetime movie comes out on your ass, you are done.
I mean,
you're done.
I mean, Diddy, R. Kelly, Shannon Sharp, all of them are products of letting a dick make a dummy out of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. So I ain't gonna say free nobody who did something to put themselves in a situation, and we don't know what Puff did. You know, we seen him whoop Cassie ass. That's bad enough.
Well, now we heard Shannon Sharp. You know, you want to get choked. You know what I mean?
But I think they was on some kinky shit though with that. I don't think
I know,
they was,
man. They're trying to twist that thing up, bro.
Yeah, you know.
But you're right for the ones that got.
Go ahead, bro.
I know. I'm saying for like the ones you're saying they got busted and really, you know. Well, look at Chris Brown, man. When he, had a little altercation with Rihanna, man, he came back from that, bro. I thought he was gonna come back, but he came back like a perm. You know what I mean?
But I think Rihanna was tried to lay some hands and feet on him too. You know?
Yeah. Ain't no different than that.
Like I said, when I was younger, like I've never won a fight with a girl. Any girl that I ever fought, they fought me. I didn't fight back. I ain't hit girls. Never. To this day, I don't have no woman I ever been in a relationship with. I ain't fighting a woman. So some brothers are taught, like I got some cousins, you know what I'm saying, who will whoop a chick ass. I done seen it, because their mother taught them, my aunt taught them, if somebody put their hands on you, it's fair game. Don't matter what it is. My mother was like, you don't beat on no women.
Yeah, I mean.
So that was the difference. But I seen it in both. I got both teachers. I could have took both of them. I could have did either one of them. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't fighting no girl, man. You look like fighting a girl.
Hey, I mean, I learned from Sugar Free, man. He said he won't slap a woman, but he'll slap the hell out of a bitch. He said, I won't slap a woman, but I'll slap the hell out of a bitch.
Yeah,
That's street gospel. Sugar Free. Go look it up. Sugar Free. I won't knock a pork chop off your plate if you don't knock one off of mine. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, I'm trying to bust a hog down the middle. And we eat for weeks, months if need. That's all we trying to do, man. Let's have a hog farm. Fuck the dumb shit.
Right.
Fuck a pork chop.
I don't even eat pork, man. I ain't even a pork eater,
Yeah,
dude.
for
So,
real. We need a hog farm, baby. These days,
right?
pork chop will get us through the night. Hog farm will get us through, get us in the flight. For
Right.
real. But
I know that's
definitely
right.
though, man, that's Chris Brown did he went through that with Rihanna, but he bounced back from that. I mean, it
Yeah,
ain't
he
always
bounced
the
back.
end. It ain't always the end anyway. Like, you
Yeah.
know, because did he paid 30 million for whooping Cassie ass. You know, he paid 30 million for a lot of stuff that he did where he should have just gave her some money in the beginning. And you know,
And then he could have avoided all the media bullshit. All
he
the
could have
people all
avoided
up in his business.
right.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
but
be
once he
honest. Had he just paid the girl in the first place and quit being goddamn arrogant, he would have avoided everything that just happened. The baby oils being exposed and all the house being seized and all of that, man.
some
And now
people
they
don't
got
see
his
that
ass.
though. You know, some
I
people
did, well,
gotta
that's
stick their hand in the fire and get burnt because
but you know what? It was him fucking with them Ciroc dudes. He was fucking with the Ciroc guys. You know what I mean? That they got it. He's
so
fucking with them Ciroc.
that's what you think the narrative is that
I think
when
he
sued,
barked up the wrong tree with that Ciroc shit and
so when he sued them and won, then
they
they
already
said we're gonna get you back and we know how to get you back. We're gonna go at Cassie and make her file charges. That's how all this came about.
I think Ciroc has something to do with it. Because
I think people giving Ciroc too much credit. I do.
No, because he was fucking with the wrong people, man. Because he was trying to say they was racist. He said they were
But he
racist.
won. He won the suit. So
No, he
something
did.
about his claim was accurate. Something.
But somebody said that one of them Ciroc executives had been over to them freak offs and they seen the stuff. So yeah, somebody pulled the fire alarm on that.
I don't doubt that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like, oh, he sued us, so let him sue us, and then we're gonna get his ass. And they've been. I would say if he was having them big ass parties, he probably had Ciroc there, and before he sued him, he probably had some of them execs there. They told the senior leadership at Ciroc what they saw, and next thing you know, they're like, man, we need to dig into this. And they, you know what? They let him. They waited until after the Cassie thing was done, and then that's when they pulled. You know what I mean? They waited until after that was done. Then that's when the fire alarm was sounded. They're like, okay, we'll let him settle this thing, and then we'll pull the fire alarm on him. And then next thing you know, he's getting arrested.
But all the fire alarm shit is accusations. There ain't nothing been proven yet. The only thing that's been proven is that he beats women. That's it. Like that's the only thing that's been proven.
Agreed, and that he likes baby oil. I mean, shit.
You know, I mean, that's the only thing that's been proven. That's why I'm just like, I ain't like free him. I'm like, play the evidence, you know, roll the tape, roll the footage, get the truth, you know.
Yes.
And then if you're supposed to be held accountable, then man, everybody got to be held accountable, you know.
Well, that's exactly what Busta Rhymes said when they were asking him what he thought. You know what I mean? He said the same exact thing. I saw an interview. He just really didn't. It's like, hey, the facts will come out. I don't have anything to say about it. And I respected him because he didn't say that, you know, I don't know. I don't think I ever heard him say he went to any of the parties, honestly. He just said, hey, you know, everything.
Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, he has an interview about that.
About Diddy parties?
He was just being asked about what do you think about, you know, they're asking all hip hop artists, what do you think about the Diddy situation? And he just really said he didn't have anything to say and that the truth will prevail. And, you know, what does he say? Our condolences go out to the victims and things of that nature, but he just doesn't have nothing to say. And that was really professional.
Puff is man. You know what I'm saying? So he's
like, hey, the facts will present themselves, you know?
Yeah, because Puff is man though. He not supposed to be on some funny shit with him. If that's his man, it's just you don't say, you know, once again product of a teaching from grandma and granddaddy where if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Exactly.
And sometimes if you think you're gonna say something good, but then somebody else don't have nothing to say good back to you, Ain't nothing wrong with minding your business.
What you think Mason and Cameron saying
About what?
Diddy? I don't know. I know. You know, Mace had his little
I
beef.
mean, you know, Mace really don't fuck with Diddy like that. You know, he don't fuck
Not
with Puff
anymore.
like that. Yeah, not anymore. So, but I don't think he really shitted on him. I don't know, you know, but I know he would like to get his money. That would be nice. I do know that I've heard him reiterate that a lot of times. You know,
He said, "Go ask your mom for the receipts."
yeah. So I mean, other than that, I don't really know, and I don't know what came on. You know what I'm saying? I would have to hear his whole
Oh
opinion.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I haven't heard anything. I didn't know. I know Mace had some, you know, beef with him with the whole getting paid thing. You know what I mean? And I guess P Diddy was like, produced them receipts, and he's like, "Go ask your mom. She got the receipts." Because his mom, everything is mama name. You know?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's odd, but that's how he living.
He's trying to protect his assets, I guess.
I don't know, family. I don't know how it's set up. You know, I don't know how he, you know, what he got going on, but it's just interesting how
What's coming? The trial is coming.
He offered $50 million for bond cash, and they ain't take the money. So, you know, so
Yep,
when you see that, it's kind of like, you know, it makes you wonder, like, is there a larger purpose? Because Puff was saying some different things prior to him getting locked up too, and prior to that Cassie lawsuit being so public. Because we heard about that lawsuit, but then it kind of went away. But then it came back.
It was settled.
It was settled, and it kind of went away. But then that's when, because it was settled,
videos with that whoop that trick.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was the catalyst for the stuff that he's going through now. I really don't, and I think the FBI had been investigating. You hear all them other guys who be talking about Puff and stuff, and be talking about different things that they have been questioned by the feds, and Tupac's murder, and you know, then you got all these trafficking accusations and things like that. So it seems like it was a lot, and then it's a lot of close people to him. Oh man, the dude who was like his man, who was like the vice president, now he's coming forward saying that he was in a sexual relationship and being used by Puff, and Puff was making him do all these things. I'm just like, man, this shit getting wild, Puff.
I know, man.
You know,
I just
shout
funny.
out
It's
to
funny.
your monster for pulling up, but we not free, and we not screaming free Diddy or R. Kelly over here.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
so
you know what? All I gotta say is whatever's supposed to happen will
called
happen.
Ghostbusters.
But whatever's supposed to happen will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, they own men. They made their own choices. You know, I have to be accountable for mine. They gotta be accountable for theirs. Like, and it's a lesson for people to watch. Like, because I be seeing this, man, like this continual thing. Why do all these successful Black men be having these different things? Like, not the majority. And I'm just like, a lot of it all seemed like it's just little head thinking when it come down to it. Even when you look at the Bill Cosby situation, it's like all them women and the rapes and things, you know, that he had to go and do time for, and all of the sexual assaults, whatever they called it. You know, it was like all that was your dick making a dummy out you. You know,
yeah,
it wasn't no fraud. It wasn't no, you know, bad music deals or contracts. It's like, and everybody is just going right back to something sexual. You know, like, like these men get some money and they can't do nothing but start thinking with their little head.
And it ain't even just Black dudes, it's white dudes, it's all types of different individuals in entertainment that are messed up. You know what I mean? Look at Jeff Epstein, hung himself. Somebody probably gave him ultimatum and
He
say,
ain't
either
in
you can do it.
entertainment though. He ain't in it, you know, Harvey Weinstein,
Yeah,
but Jeffrey
Harvey
Epstein ain't in
Weinstein.
entertainment.
But yeah, Harvey Weinstein, and then what's the other dude from Nickelodeon? That dude. The hell is
I
that
don't
guy?
know. But let me tell you, the reason why I say it's a lot of black men is because you got to sit up here and think about the other ones. You can rattle
Yeah.
the black ones right off the top of your head, right?
Yeah, man. They tried to hem up old Morgan
So that
Freeman
shows
too,
that it's
you
a
know?
polarizing difference right there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because you ain't got to think a whole lot to come up with the rest of them. You know, not trying to make it into
No.
black and white thing, but what I'm seeing is black men that are successful, you know, what we call successful, especially in the entertainment world. You know, we always see this same pattern, this same story of something they was doing with their little head that got them in trouble. You know, and we keep
I would say Shannon Sharp's the least of the Shannon Sharp is the least of them, but I heard that he had left ESPN and he possibly may not be getting a deal. You know, he was supposed to be getting $100 million deal with ESPN, and I think that's going to be gone after this little episode with this 20-something-year-old. You know what I mean?
I don't know yet. I have to wait and see how it all plays out, because you know it's a lot of accusations, bro, and it's not really.
He stepped back from ESPN though, just so you know.
I know that much, but I mean
Yeah.
that's normal because it's a brand, and they don't want any tarnish. I mean, they doing the whole thing they doing, you know, what you would expect.
I mean, he's still doing Club Shay Shay.
Because that's Disney. ESPN is owned by Disney.
Exactly. It is,
you know,
Disney.
So, yeah,
a Disney platform. Yep.
Yeah. So this family-oriented sports is, you know, you take the kids to the game, you know, you and the guys go, the wife go, you know, or however you go. But that's sporting events are, you know, geared around family type of events. ESPN embodies that. Disney embodies that, you know. So any of these type of accusations and things like that, it's just like, man, you gotta keep your shit under control, bro. Like, you know, and if you got a little girlfriend and you a freak, you know, you on some 50 Shades of Grey in your private time or whatever you like to do, like you need to have that shit under control, man. Like, be responsible with your freaky shit, bro.
Yeah, you don't need no public visibility. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Because everybody ain't with that shit. Everybody not gonna tolerate what you think is cool.
Right.
You know?
Which would be no different if we found out Shannon Sharp owns an adult entertainment, you know, production, you know, some shit like that. So
it wouldn't even matter. That's his, but he could spend his money and make his money how he want to. But when you an employee somewhere, it's a code.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I mean, shit, what we had in the military, we had uniform code of military justice, right? So you got the civil laws, you know, county, state, federal laws that you gotta abide by, and then you still got the UCMJ.
Yes,
so you got two sets of laws. So you got a straight ass line that you gotta walk. You know, it ain't much room for error, because you can get caught up some way. If we can't get you this way, we can get you that way.
Yeah, man, you're right, dog.
You know, so, you know, a lot of people I seen a lot of people trick themselves out the military because they ain't think the shit was real. You know, they'd be like, oh, you caught a criminal charge? Oh, well, guess what? We gonna just mash you and process you for discharge, okay, under less than honorable. And then you go out there, now you don't have no job, no nothing, and now you gotta deal with that court case.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, that shit is like getting a felony, basically, because there's some states won't even let you vote if you got, you know,
well, not the dishonorable, but the less than honorable, like general.
Yeah,
I
think in North Carolina, if you got dishonorable discharge, you can't vote.
Yeah, I think some places it is.
Yeah, some states, if you got dishonorable, you can't do no voting. You know what I mean? Which would be no different than us. That's why I said it's almost like a military felony because, felons can't vote and they can't carry a gun and all types of stuff. You know what I mean? Shoot,
Yeah.
if you're a sex offender, you can't do shit.
Yeah,
but
and in
register.
South Florida, they got them sleeping under the bridges because they can barely get apartments or places to live and stuff like that. Like,
Don't get me wrong, I've heard some very good.
Passion for no, especially no pedos. You know what I'm saying? Anybody doing some shit with some children, raping somebody, take weak ass, trying to take some pussy from somebody, like that's some sucker shit, man.
Agreed. I ain't with it.
For real, like get you some game or go buy you, not, and we not even gonna promote that. You know what I'm saying? Get you some game, man. Work on yourself. That's it. For real.
That's it, man. Moving right along with talking about kids and children and things of that nature. Robert De Niro's daughter is on being outed as a trans woman by Tabloid. If you would, Pearl, pull up this. I think it's another Entertainment Tonight video. Kind of just touches basis on Robert De Niro's daughter and what was being said about. I'm not even. I'm not. I want to see it my damn self. I only saw a little bit of it, so I'm very interested to see what this is about. But it did pique my interest, and I will be a new viewer to this, just like everybody else. So let's take a look.
I didn't even know Robert De Niro had children.
Yeah, he has lots.
I didn't even know.
He's got quite a few.
Robert De Niro's daughter, Erin, opening up about being outed as a trans woman.
What sorts of lessons, what types of lessons are you hoping that you've instilled within your own children?
Things never turn out quite the way you want them to, the way you'd imagine them to turn out. So you have to be prepared for that with everything, the whole situation, the kids, like it's just different, and you got to be ready for it.
The 29-year-old ready to share her story on her terms with Them magazine after a tabloid ran paparazzi photos of her long pink locks and referred to her as trans last month, something she hadn't openly announced.
Some things I like to say to them about advice, especially being children of someone in my situation, so that they understand how to put it in perspective.
Erin now telling the mag, there's a difference between being visible and being seen. I've been visible. I don't think I've been seen yet. Erin and her twin brother are 2 of Robert's 8 children. She says despite having supportive parents, she always knew she was different and struggled to accept herself. I was always told I was too much of something or not enough of something growing up. Too big, not skinny enough. Not black enough, not white enough. Too feminine, not masculine enough. It was never just, you're just right, just the way you are.
There's kind of a reverse prejudice towards kids of people who have a name or reputation, whatever.
With discrimination, it's a kind of an ongoing battle, if you will, which will take generations in many parts of it. And that will just be what it is.
Erin says her journey has been influenced by Black women like Laverne Cox, Raven Simone, and her mother, Tukey Smith. She tells them, I think stepping into this new identity while also being proud of my Blackness makes me feel closer to them in some way.
I'd like to see a nicer world and everything happen. And I'd like to see everybody love each other.
Yeah, I don't think
what's going on here. What's going on here, man?
I don't think that I don't think that she was outed. I think that you know how they ran the title, like Robert De Niro's daughter is outed for by a tabloid. I don't think that she was outed. What I think is that she was already living her life the way she want to live her life out.
Right.
And now they just shining some spotlight on it to make
It's
something
media.
larger than what it is.
Exactly. It's media.
Because what did she say? The daughter said I don't think I've been seen. I've been visible, but I haven't been seen. So now I'm being seen. So like, okay. I mean, you've been seen by people, you've been seen by the people who supposed to see you, but you haven't been seen to the world. You haven't been announced to the world and everything. But you know, but I think it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little biased to shit like that because I'd be like, why is your gender the thing that is being promoted as look at you and not something of a talent? You know, like Robert De Niro's daughter is in a new movie or has a podcast or has a new series or is doing this or doing that. You know, it's not.
Yeah, why does this got to be vocal point?
Right. It's like your gender is what, you know, is the thing that's at the forefront of look at me. You know. So, you know, shout out to
man.
Robert De Niro's daughter, man. Like, live your life how you want to live your life, family.
Right.
That's it.
It's. I mean, I'll be honest. You're looking at the you know, different interviews and just commentary from the dead. You know, Robert De Niro. You can tell he's kind of maneuvering strategically through the conversation because he doesn't want to say the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
he mumbling like shit through all them. It is what it is. You know,
right? I mean, and obviously he doesn't want to offend his daughter either, so I get it.
Right. I think that's a lot of it, and you know, and then as a dad, he probably gets like, you know, that's why you know, you just got to be ready for anything nowadays. And I get what he was saying, like, don't be surprised by shit.
Yeah, he strategically maneuvered himself through that conversation without being, you know, full disclosure. And who knows, maybe he don't really like all the shit, and he just keeping it he's keeping it politically correct and just don't want to be stepping on toes. And he's in Hollywood. And I mean, if you've been to West Hollywood or you've been to Venice Beach, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know, we live in a free world. People can do whatever the hell they want to do. And at the end of the day, like you said, if that's
oh no, it ain't that free. We got rules. We got rules.
Well, I mean,
we got laws. We got codes.
I'm talking about
like it ain't
self-expression. I'm referring self-expression, being who you want to be. That's what I'm really referring to, not do what you want to do. I'm just talking about more from personal, like, personification of yourself and how you want to present yourself to people. You have the freedom to do whatever that is you want to do. You know what I mean? But, you know, some people will take a vocal or verbal, you know, disliking to it and make it public, you know, or bash you or whatever, you know. But like you said, it might have just been a damn PR scheme for her. You know what I mean? Who knows?
That's what it more so seemed like. And that's
hey, it looks like something to bring a spotlight to somebody nobody really gives a damn about. Okay, you're Robert De Niro's daughter.
I mean, Rob cared about his children, all of them. But I'm just saying, like, for it just to be like, you know, like it wasn't it's not a baby. So it's not like a baby shower where it's a gender reveal. You know what I mean? But that's how it was kind of treated. It's kind of treated like that when it gets put on stage as that, you know, versus like I said, actually having a project or something going on, like a talent or something that's actually, you know, where people go check out the new this, or, you know, or watch this doing this or doing that. Like, it wouldn't matter, like, you know, whether you was whatever gender you are, you know, whatever you want to be, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you was born as, or whatever you was born not as, and you wanted to be that in this life. So it's like, but why is that at the forefront of it versus an actual talent, an actual something that you're doing, product that you're presenting, you know? So I guess we may see more from De Niro's daughter in the future in projects, in certain things, you know? But then he did say that there was like a little stigma, or like some what he called what did he say? What is that word he used? Discrimination against superstars' children, you know, or celebrities' children. He said it's a little bit of discrimination. So I guess I've never been, well, you know, well, my mom is a superstar, you know, so shout out to mom. I guess it is some discrimination against superstars' children after all. Yeah. But you know, live long enough, you will go through a lot of stuff. just live enough, for real.
That seems to be the word these days, and some most stuff, and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff.
That type of stuff. Yeah. But if that's all you got, that's all we got for this evening. Just entertainment.
That's it, man. 4 hot topics. Some better than others. Looks like we'll see 1, 2. I guess you could say 3 negative connotations from 3 different celebrities, and the only thing we got good out of this was the Outkast is getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I mean, yeah, it was all good, but I mean, that was the highlight of the day, though. You know, to see Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre 3000, you know, being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man.
You think he might be playing the flute at the thing?
Man, Drake could do whatever he wants, man, for real.
Hey, you think he'll be playing the flute?
You know,
I would like the last album he put out was a flute album.
They went on tour.
He did. Okay.
No, I know. I don't know if they planned it or not, but it would be nice if Outkast went on tour.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about him going on tour with the flute.
I mean, yeah, if he want to play a set before they do, you know, 2 Dope Boys in the Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? Then
you do a flute opener.
Yeah,
a flute opener.
Why not? Shit, why not? He gonna have the whole world. They gonna sell out everywhere they go. You know, so
that is true.
Yeah.
Or he could end the night with the flute serenade.
Yeah, with a serenade before I go, before I let go. Yeah, that's Sound 3000 right there.
Yep.
He come out and sit after they done rock the show. They pull the curtain and he just sitting there Indian style playing something.
Playing the flute. Oh, yeah, and may possibly be flying up on an Aladdin carpet or some shit. They do
carpet looking like Aladdin or something doing it.
Hey, I can see him with that. What is it called? The turban on doing it.
Yeah, all that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I know his second album, he was doing that turban thing. So, AT Aliens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirski. Man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Don't forget to have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your week. And we will see y'all next time right here on Brunch with the Fellas, y'all. Go ahead, check us out. Links in the description. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace, families.
Peace, families.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.